Hello students, I'm Mrs. Lee, and today we will be learning about a few of the creative and fun ways you can format a document in Microsoft Word. To begin, let's look at your contact information. Most likely, your teacher is going to require you to put your name, the date, and some additional information such as your classroom assignment. However, your teacher will want you to locate this information on the right side of your page. To do so, we are going to learn how to right align your information. The first step is to highlight your information. From there, we are going to look at the alignment buttons. As you will see, we are in Align Left, we have Center Align, Right Align, and Justify. For today, all we are going to worry about is the right, center, and left. Now to right align our text, we're going to hover over the button and just click. As you can see, the text automatically goes to the right margin, and your teacher will be pleased. Moving on, we're going to look at the title of this paper, which is Recycling for Kids. As you can see, there's nothing too exciting about it. We want to make this title bold, and we want it to be a statement. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the text. We're going to come up here to this bold B and click on it. It will bold it for us. We can also italicize it if we want by clicking on the I, or underlining the title by clicking on the U with the underline. I think I will underline it as well. I also think it's appropriate for a title to be center aligned. So I'm going to click on the center align button, and as you see, it automatically aligns it right to the center of my paper. Also, for the title of the paper, I think I would like to increase the font size. I have two ways of doing so. One is to click on the Increase Font Size button. As you can see, it will incrementally increase it, or I can click on the Font Size drop-down menu. As I go over the font sizes, it will give me a preview of what they look like. I think for this paper, a font size of 18 will be more than enough to draw attention to the title. Moving on from the title, we need to look at the spacing of our paper. As you can see, everything here is spaced too close together. We cannot see the headings differentiated from the paragraphs. And as you will see, these red squiggly lines indicate there's something wrong grammatically or with the spelling. What we will do is we will first go through and check for any spacing errors. Okay, so what is recycling is my heading. What I'm going to want to do is create a space between my heading and the paragraph that follows it. So I'm going to hit enter or a hard return, and as you can see, the space will be created. Then I'm going to go through this first paragraph. I'm going to see what's on top of the underlined squiggly red line, and then I'm going to see that I have two words that I have not spaced properly. So I'm going to take my cursor, I'm going to put it between the two words, and I'm going to hit the space bar. As you can see, each word needs a space between it, and each sentence here needs a space between it. So you will go through your entire document, as I will do now, and we will make sure everything is spaced accordingly. At the end here, I have the end of my paragraph. So what I'm going to want to do is create a space between my old paragraph and the new heading. Then another space between my heading and the paragraph that follows it. Again, I need to put an additional space between my sentences and between all the words. We're going to go down to the next heading, what kinds of materials can we recycle, and we're going to put a space before and after. Alright, as I scroll through my document, I will see that I have a sentence that I would like to offset, so I will put a space after it, and another spacing issue that I will correct. Now that all of my spacing is correct, I'm going to look at my document as a whole, and I'm going to ask myself, well, what are some of my personal preferences in terms of heading style and things I can do to make my paper stand out? I look at my headings and I think, well, I would like to make them stand out, perhaps by italicizing them. So if your Microsoft Word comes with the font style box here, you can simply click the I here. If not, come up to the italicize or italic button up here and click on it. So I'm going to go through and italicize all of my headings. As you can see, highlighting sometimes does take some practice, so don't get frustrated with yourself. Alright, it's the last heading. However, I want to make my heading stand out a bit more. So what I would like to do is change the font color. So again, I'm going to highlight my text. I'm going to come up here to font color. I'm going to click the drop down menu, and because I'm talking about recycling, I think green would be a nice color to choose. So I'm going to choose this nice bright green, and I'm going to click on it. Now, as you can see, What is Recycling has turned from black to green. However, I think that it needs to be bold as well. So I have the option to still bold it. All we have to do to format our text is highlight the text and then bold it. And once you've set a color, you can just click on the box, so it'll change it automatically to the green. And for my last heading, I'm going to bold it and change it to the green color. Bold, green color. Alright, now when I went through, I was reviewing my document and I noticed that these headings looked a bit different from this one here. And that's because, as you can see, look at the font size here, it's only 11, whereas my other headings have a font size of 12. So to make my document uniform, or so that the same formatting follows through the entire document, I'm going to highlight my text and I'm going to increase it to a size 12. Once I've completely reviewed my document, I've made sure it looks the way I want it to, I'm going to save it so that I can then submit my assignment. Alright, to save it, you're going to click on File, Save As. You're going to select your folder, and you're going to type in your file name here and click Save. Once you're finished, all you have to do is submit your assignment to your teacher or print it out. And if you do use color, please remember to use a color printer so that that color does show through, and then you'll be done. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I look forward to seeing your work in the future. Have a great day.